Already got smacked. Rise and shine, mother cluckers. Gonna be a loud one. Gonna be a loud one. Morning, Big Mike. How are you? It's probably gonna be loud. I'm really close to the highway. There's a bridge right behind me. We just now got set up. I've only fished this spot a handful of times, and I think I might have one previous trip here right when I started my YouTube channel like 2 years ago. Today's goal is catch and cook. Good morning. Sorry about the noise. It's gonna be a loud video. We're running 6 PC Fun Lumicat E's with the Chaos Pros. Then I got another PC Fun over there on the rocks with the clicker on. This is probably the deepest creek that I can fish from the bank. I brought the little grill, the little Coleman, and some oil, some fish fry batter, some tortilla shells, some onions. I forgot the hot sauce, unfortunately. I gave all the Mad Cats away. I gave every single one of them away. I gave some to Shenanigans Fishing. I gave some to Cast Blast Camp. I gave one to Mark, but Mark also runs the Lumicat E's with me. I think I had 7 Mad Cats and I gave them all away. I gave them to my friends. This definitely has big fish potential in here, especially with it being right at the mouth of the main river channel. It's just a little canal that runs through here. I'll show y'all. It's just a little canal that runs through. That's probably 20 foot deep right there in the middle. And then it goes that bridge out to the main lake. But right out there, 3 creeks come together and make like a 48, 49 foot hole at full pull. So we're probably at about 42, 43 right now. But I've got 4 rods in the hole. Then I got 2 rods up here on the ledge near the buoy. And then I got another rod that's on the ground right there. I've got it casted in that secondary creek channel that runs that way. No, I'm on Teleco. We are on Teleco today. I fished Teleco yesterday as well. I caught 4 or 5 decent fish. All of them too big to do a catch and cook. But that video will come out today at 6 p.m. Didn't bring the crappie rod, but I got a crappie bobber. It probably is a good crappie spot, especially where it chokes down over there. I've got all the rods in the car. I've got 4 more catfish rods in the car and 6 or 7 of the carbon R1s and all different action. I look like I run a fishing store or something. My car is loaded with fishing gear. I've only fished it. I want to say I've only fished here 2 times. I don't know if y'all watch my long form, but you can tell I have about a 8-spot rotation. But I kind of left this spot alone until this winter when the water drops, because there's not a whole lot of room to cast until they drop the water. I hear you. 10 cat rods, 4 bait rods. I think I've got 11 or 12 catfish rods and probably 6 of those bait rods. You got to go prepared. You never know. Here we go. All right, quick. Fish on. Oh, fish off. I was messing with the clicker trying to get it off. He got the bait. That was my fault. I shouldn't have been messing with that clicker. I should have made sure I had him tied. Here's the lonely gizzard shad we caught today. We got a whole bag of bait. That was one throw yesterday, plus I've already used about half of them. I probably had 25 to 30 gizzard shad. Here's that Hooker's Terminal Tackle Davy Jones. By far my favorite hook. Our discount code has changed. It is now LW310. It was ETW10, but I got actually added to their sponsored team, so it changed. Let's get her back out there. It's really deep. It's still sinking. There we go. That wasn't a big fish. It would have been a nice one to cook. It's a good sign though. We ain't been here but probably 20 minutes. Once that line settles, because it's so deep, I'll have to tighten that one back up. Well, water keeps getting, yeah, we're probably going to have a shadow for sure. We had a decent one last year, but right before that, that freaking flood came from Hurricane Helene. And it totally changed every fishery that I fish. All right, we'll go tighten that rod back up. It's settled now. I was gonna go down to Chick today, but my wife's work is having their Christmas party, so she's getting off early. So I didn't want to drive almost 2 hours. I'm attempting to hang out with her this evening. We'll see. Thank you, Rusty. I haven't fished it that much. Where are you at, Big Mike? Aren't you on the Chick? Or near the Chick? Chattanooga area? I'm pretty sure I've watched your lives. Or your long forms. I've got 7. There's 1 more on the ground. And I got 4 more in the car, I think. There's no rod limit in Tennessee. Yeah, I remember seeing you. I think you caught, what, like an 80 over the spring or something like that? 2 really big ones, I think. We've already missed one. Only 3 in Pennsylvania? Dang it. Yeah, back in March. Yeah, I remember seeing that. My PB's 67. I caught it in 2009. My biggest fish on the channel is actually that last video I just posted. It's a 51 pounder from Chick. Then I've caught tons and tons of like 40s and upper 30s. But I cannot break my PB for anything. It's getting ridiculous. 94-pound blue, good Lord. I've got a 67-pound blue and a 51-pound flathead. And then my second biggest fish is probably that 51 I caught last week. And I took like a 10-year break from catfishing. So, like during my childhood and my teens, I was all about catfishing. Then I discovered bass tournaments. And I fished all the locals. I even started fishing semi-pro in the FLW. And I just couldn't afford it no more. You know, because I also had to pay hotels, travel expenses, entry fees for tournaments. So about 3 years ago, I quit doing that. And then I picked up catfishing again. And I started this off on TikTok, actually. And then I decided to buy a big camera, and we moved over to long form YouTube. 28-pound channel, that's a giant channel cat. Mine's 24, I believe. Mark's got the video of it. We were fishing this private lake up on the top of the mountains over here in the top of the world. And it was loaded with giant channel cats. I think his is 29. I think his PB is 29. My favorite fish by far is a flathead. I love catching flatheads. They fight hard. They're really pretty fish. What's up, Nick? Smash that like button, guys. Get this out there. I don't ever go live. I'm strictly long form, but when I'm by myself, I try to go live to talk to you. Good Lord. Yeah, that's a way better fisher than what we got over here. So when I was growing up, Loudon was a great catfish spot. You know, you could pull up any bank spot and more than likely catch a 30 or 40. Loudon is so fished out now. A 40-pound fish on Loudon is a trophy fish. If it's 90 pounds, I'm sure you had a issue lifting it up off the ground. That's a giant. That one last week was bouncing between 50 and 52. he wouldn't calm down. So I'm just calling him a 51. My favorite color is actually green, but I'm sponsored by PC Fun, and this is the only color of catfish rods they have. We're getting a bite. Dropped it again. Drag feet. That's a little channel. He's just thinking at it. Just dink, 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 dink. Doing that channel cat stuff. If we catch him, we'll eat that sucker. Yeah, I'm using gizzard shad today. That's all I brought with me. No, I think I got some golden shiners in there too. Bait was tough this morning. I do not use takedown rod holders. I've been in contact with the guy, but he never emailed me back. I was going to try one out. And, you know, as you see in my videos, any brand I like, even if I ain't sponsored by them, I push the crap out of their product. Yeah, you'll do good to get a 40 out of Loudon, dude. It sucks now. My favorite lake to fish when I was growing up was Watts Bar. It had a really healthy catfish population. And then they let the commercial fishermen fish it for so long without regulations or without enforcing the regulations. You know, they really put a hurting on that lake too. But I don't think it's legal to commercial fish it anymore. So the Chaos Pros have the centrifugal brake. They also got carbon fiber drag washers, a little bit more drag, and all in all together, more smooth casting and more smooth rail. You can definitely tell it's a better quality than the regular Chaos. But I ran those Chaos XS50s for 2 years. But I definitely like the Pros better. I think you got me on Facebook, Mike. Just shoot me a message with them and the information, and I'll pick some up. I need to upgrade anyways. I've literally been using these for the last 3 years, just cheap little things from Walmart. But I run clickers, so I really don't got to have them locked down. But I say that, I lost a Mad Cat this spring because like a dummy, I was like 100 yards away from my rods casting for skipjack. And I had one go off. I never heard the clicker. I go back over there, and guess what? No rod. Took the rod. I went back and I watched the video. I posted that one. I said, a catfish stole my rod, so I ate his cousin. I ended up catching a fish that took the rod, but I didn't catch the rod. The line broke at the spool. Daiwa and Abu. Yeah, those are quality products for sure. I had a bunch of the Ambassador 6000s with the clickers when I was growing up. But once they stopped being made in Sweden, I mean, you can still find the ones that are made in Sweden, but not at Walmart or anything. I just like the sound of it. Although I'm almost getting to the point where I kind of want to see some big takedowns. Oh yeah, up and at them early. We ain't been set up long. As soon as I got set up, I went live, so we've been set up probably 25, 30 minutes. Well, I appreciate it, yeah. That'll work. That'll work. We're on Teleco, bud. I'm so done with Loudon. I'll go there for crappie, but I'm done catfishing it. I got dinked to death that last trip me and Mark took. Now, if Loudon is muddy and flooded, I'll fish it, especially in the winter. I appreciate it by His grace. I appreciate it. I hope so. I'm actually trying to catch a small flathead or a small channel for a catch and cook. I'm by myself. I think Mark had a doctor's appointment this morning, so I'm solo. I will, Mike. I might come down Saturday, tomorrow. Whenever I get done today, I'll try to catch more bait, and then I'll holler at Mark and see if he wants to fish chick tomorrow. What's up, Just a Fish? Sorry about that rod, bud. I've seen the pictures of it. I don't have any more, or I'd send you one. I think Cindy's going to try to take care of it, though. Heck yeah, Rudd. I can only fish till like noon today. Maybe 1. Boss work is having a Christmas party today, so she's getting off early. So I told her I'd try to be home this afternoon to hang out with her, since I'm going to fish all day tomorrow. Yeah, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry. I would say buy one, but they ain't cheap. That rod alone's like $200, I think. So if you're wondering what we're talking about, I donated a rod to Skipjack Cindy for her $30,000 giveaway. There's a PC Fun Carbon R1 with a PC Fun Carbon Prism reel. Just a Fish won the combo, and he got the reel fine, but the rod took like 3 weeks to get there, and it showed up to his house broken yesterday. Heck yeah. There you go. Get a St. Croix. That's a good rod. Dude, I love those carbon R1s. They're so light. And honestly, if you can afford it, freaking get one. That's the most sensitivest rod I've ever used. Like, I can feel every rock, peck, pebble. Well, you can get them cheaper, Uncle Rudd, if you use my code ETW18. That'll save you 18% off on anything on PC Fun website. Ha! That's almost 20% off. Where are you going to get almost a 20% off discount? Oh, on PC Fun website. When I first started hearing about them, I thought they were like a cheaper company, dude. Everything I've used from them has lasted. I put those Chaos XS50s through the ringer. Never had an issue. I don't know how to pin that, or I would. Pin message. Nope, not that one. Pin that one. Here we go. Hold on. There we go. Pinned. Dude, so I love the regular chaoses, but these pros are worth the extra 30 bucks. Way smoother, they cast further. The clicker ain't as loud, but as far as the drag system, the casting, the centrifugal brake, dude, it's definitely worth the upgrade. I mean, you know, for a budget reel, it ain't gonna cost the same price as your Abbott's or anything, but for the price, they're definitely worth it. No, I don't think any other color is going to get touched. I'm running all blue. Maybe one day they'll come out with a different color of these Lumicat E's. We've already had 2 bites. I hooked the first one, but I was messing with the clicker. Instead of making sure he was tight, he popped off on me. Then the second one was a little dink channel cat pecking at it. I'm not cooking no dang skipjack. I actually brought here. I'll show you. If I get hungry enough, I've got all the stuff for a catch and cook. I can cook the shad. I'm just kidding. I ain't cooking no gizzard shad. I did bring sausage, tortillas, chorizo, and an onion. We ain't gonna go hungry. I brought all the stuff to cook with. Also got a sausage biscuit that I forgot I had in my backpack from this morning. I want to hear some music. Someone called a fish in here. We're after a tiny one or a giant. Nothing in between. We need a 4-pounder under. We just had one get bumped. Oh, got bumped again. I turned the GoPro on. That sounds like a flathead. I don't know which one it was. It was either this one or that one over there. But it quit. You hit it and quit it. Hey, Rudd, you should come drag this. It's really deep back in here. It's definitely got big fish potential. All you gotta do is come under this bridge right here, drag that way in the creek mouth. There's a few creeks that come together out there. Turn the GoPro off. Turn off. There you go. Good morning, Maine girl. How are you? Second from the right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, it's extremely rocky on this lake, dude. Very rocky. And it doesn't have a huge population of fish either. You know, you might fish all day for 3 bites. but they're usually quality fish. But I've been fooled here before. I've had a trip on the on the lower end of Tellico where I think we caught 13 fish that day from the bank. Yeah, it's a rough one to fish. I get hung up on the bank all the time, but it's a lot deeper than Loudon. Those fish still haven't moved into my shallow creeks on Loudon yet. I tried a few days ago. Had 2 runs in like 3 hours. That was it. Then I fished Tellico yesterday and caught 4 or 5. All decent too. Oh, it's got a bunch of standing timber. Well, hello, how are you? Ravana, Smart, hey. We're just out here catfishing. Wasting some time. Who's texting? My bad. My bad, guys. I come through. It was for an interview that I got on Tuesday. So I'm going to enjoy the fishing while I can. I'm able to fish a lot more now without a job. Sucks not having any money. But yeah, so I was a supervisor at a foundry for the last 4 years, and we got bought out last year, and they shut us down. My last day was November the 3rd. So I took the whole month of November just to chill and hunt and fish, and now I'm back on the grind. So that rod on the ground is getting smacked over here. We're gonna have to let him eat it. That's a whole gizzard shad about that big. This rod is caked full of mud from when I went to the chick and I fell in the water. Wash the mud out that thing. Come on, fish. That might be a turtle on that rod. He just hit it again. This lake has tons of soft shells. Oh, small bites though. just really slow pulls a couple times and then quick. That first run we had was a decent run on that first rod. If you wonder what I'm doing, I keep turning the GoPro on and off. It's pretty out here. It looks like just a shallow bay, but it's deep as crap. Comes on this channel. There we go. Let's let him run with it. Starting to get mad at these fish. Something happened to me yesterday. I was catching fish pretty good, and all of a sudden I'd be getting runs, not hooking up, runs, not hooking up. Every piece of bait had little bitty needle imprints in it from garb. I'm hoping that ain't the case in here. Fishing for catfish. Hopefully they'll cooperate. I didn't hit that bot window yesterday until about 10:30. And then it was lights out, run after run. That's a good video coming out today. I was solo on a pier. Couldn't net my own fish, so I was having to walk them all the way down and beach them. But yeah, it comes out at 6 today. There's a carp that just come up. But we're not fishing for carp. I was so close to going to the chick this morning. Try to catch a giant, but instead I decided to do a catch and cook over here. Well, hello, Jimmy. How are you? Mush or mush? How are you? Come on, fish. Quit smacking it. Actually eat it. I don't know how familiar y'all are with bank fishing for catfish, but if you're extremely deep, it is really hard to get a hookup unless you lock them down and let the fish just hook itself. Because I'm using mono and it's got a lot of so if I'm 40, 50 foot deep, I really got to pick up line fast enough to actually set the hook. It's the only downside about fishing deep on the bank. We'll catch one soon. They should start biting within the next 30 minutes. We just got to hit the bite window and not these little peck crap that's happening right now. I'm on the Little Tennessee River. I'm in, I think this is Loudon, Tennessee. I'm not on Loudon. I'm fishing the Little Tennessee River. What's up with the weird looking faces? I only fished this spot 2 or 3 times, but we had one trip where we actually was doing really good, and then had to go meet some people to take them out on the boat and try to put them on some big fish. We put them on 4 fish that day, all about the 30-pound class range, or 3 fish. Arkansas, heck yeah, I'm in East Tennessee. I live about 20 miles south of Knoxville, in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, Smoky Mountains. All the way in Arkansas. We are after a small flathead, so we can do a catch and cook. But we also have huge potential for a giant. It's the deepest creek around here. I know it don't look like a creek, but there's a bunch of different creeks that flow through here. Big deep bay. Smacked it again, but he won't eat it. It's that 3rd rod, that one right there. Just keep smacking it. Hi from the, well, hello. No, we are in freshwater. We are targeting freshwater catfish. I wish it was saltwater. There's actually trout upriver from where I'm at. You probably have to drive about 10 miles upriver. But I've never caught them this far down. I'm really close to the mountain, so the further that you go upriver, the colder that water gets. And they actually stock trout up there. Come on, fish. I know you're hungry. It's time for breakfast. Heck yeah. Yeah, I trout fish too. It's fun. I like to do it in the winter, right before they spawn, because you can catch the big colorful ones. But we got a river here in East Tennessee called the Clinch River, and it's got some giant trout in it. I probably fish it 3 or 4 times a year. They're fun. Yeah, there's bass in here. There's plenty of big bass in here. Believe it or not, I've caught bass on the bottom on cut bait plenty of times. The last time I was here, I think it was 2 years ago. I haven't fished this in a very long time. But there were deer walking up there in that person's yard, right up there. Bass on a hot day. I believe it. I believe it. I've caught them on cut bait. Well, and then obviously minnows, worms, all that. I've actually caught a bass on chicken liver on the bottom. Those goofy liberals. Yeah, I do hunt. I actually have a hunting video ready to post, but I'm gonna hold off, put out some more fishing content. But I deer hunt, I turkey hunt, squirrel, rabbit. What's up, Butters? What's up, at Symbols? Are you kidding me? You guys, they just fired up a wood chipper across the lake. Go figure. A freaking wood chipper. I might have to put freaking music in the long form video. It's 36 degrees, I think, 37 degrees. But I ain't got to worry about it. I'm in my PC Fun, part of my PC Fun 3-piece suit. I'll show you all the rest of it. It ain't cold enough for it yet. There you go. If I get cold, I'll wear it. Here's the bibs. It's a 3-piece ice fishing suit. Here's the jacket. I just got the insulated jacket out of this one, and I'm wearing it because it's not too bad. But here's the bibs. I wore them to throw in the net today and yesterday. They're incredibly warm. Pheasant, dunk, partridge, dove, rabbit, deer. Heck yeah, that's awesome. Oh yeah, Cabela's makes good stuff. I mainly got this suit for when like when it gets in the 20s down here, because I'm so tired of freezing. I'll be wearing all my hunting camo to fish in, and then if I want to go hunting, I got to go wash the freaking camo to get all the fish smell off of it. Heck yeah. What kind of crossbow are you getting? I've got an old one. It's a Parker Bushwhacker. It probably needs a new string by now. I quit bow hunting though. I'm not a great shot with a bow or a crossbow, and I got tired of missing or wounding the deer, so I fully quit bow hunting. I'll hunt deer muzzleloader and rifle now. These people over here, right over there, have a upside down American flag. It says no kings in America. We got bit, but he dropped it. We had a bite on that one, but he quit. Turn that back off. Christmas gifts? Yeah, I got you. Well, good. It'll be good for him. Get him in the woods. Let him touch some grass, you know. I think that's what the kids are saying, right? Touch grass. 6, 7. Good vibes. All that stuff. I don't know what none of it means. Yeah, same here. And I don't even have kids, but I'm constantly on TikTok and stuff. So I hear it and I'm like, what are they talking about? When I was a kid, we had our own, well, it wasn't even slang. Well, I guess some of it was. But I grew up in the 90s. And it was the people on TV on the phone, the what's up? And then I got really big into wrestling, WWE, WWF. So I was walking around school, slapping my legs, telling people to suck it. Got in trouble for that a few times. Didn't know what it meant then, but it was funny. And that's the bottom line. A Stone Cold said so. I was obsessed with Stone Cold, dude. It's my favorite. I tried to watch it recently, and it is nowhere near the same. We just had a cormorant come through. He just dove under right on the outside of the screen, chasing bait. $36, $35, something like that. It ain't too bad. I think our high's 41 today. Or 42. I froze yesterday out here. I was fishing on up the lake on a pier, and that wind was just ripping through there. Yeah, that's crazy. We actually had snow in Upper Tennessee this morning. I was watching it on the radar. I was debating on going hunting this morning, and I hunt in like Fentress County and Scott County, which is right near the Kentucky border. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not driving in the ice. No, it'll catch up with you eventually. It gets really cold up there, don't it? Yeah, it snowed in West Virginia. Yeah, I think like eastern Kentucky, Virginia, West Virginia, and like northeast Tennessee, we're all supposed to get snow. I live in the valley, so it stays a little warmer down here. I mean, it still snows probably 4 or 5 times a year, but nothing crazy. Oh, I guarantee it. February's our worst month too. Water temp's about 57, 58 degrees. At least it was 3 days ago. It could have cooled off a little more with the colder nights we've been having. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. They just now dropped our lakes, so those fish aren't acclimated yet to the water drop. But I say by next week, it should be pretty good fishing. That's when I'll start hitting the shallower creeks on Loudon. I wish it was cold enough to freeze. That's one thing I want to do is ice fish. I've never ice fished. Yeah, they don't like the really cold water. Especially flatheads. Every now and then I'll catch some flatheads when the water's under 55, but it's extremely rare. What do y'all got up there? Channel and flathead? Or do you got blues too? Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hopefully we catch one small enough to eat. Or one way, way, way too big to eat. Yesterday we kept getting the in-betweeners 8 to 15 pounds and a little too big for me to eat. You got all 3? Yeah. Same here. We got stuff jumping everywhere. We got that rod on the ground over there just got bit again, the one that's over there. But they're not taking it. It's like they're just taking chunks out of it. These are the channel cats. I'm sure it depends on what body of water you're near. I'm blessed to live within 2 hours of probably 3 really good lakes. I got Watts Bar, Chickamauga, and Nickajack. I haven't fished Nickajack yet, but it's only like 2.5 hours from the house. How cold's the water up there? Maybe he actually got... This fish is being a little rough. Look dangerous for a while. These fish are biting weird. Come on, fish. I'm getting bites, but they ain't running with it. Hey, look, maybe y'all can fish together. That's what this is all about. YouTube brings everybody together, guys. I'm not a huge fan of the winter, but I make myself get out of the house and go anyways. I think I hear a deer, guys. Definitely something walking over there. It sounded too big to be a squirrel. Thankfully, we don't got to deal with that here. But I'm sure there's other fish for you to chase, like trout. Anything else in cold water, big smallmouth. You can't really see it on the camera, but we've got like a weird light, really light mist, almost like a freezing fog. I would love to catch a muskie. We actually have them in a river here, and it's on my bucket list to try to catch one. But every time I go fishing, my brain's like, "Oh, catfish! Go catch the catfish." Carp and trout, but bass would be pretty rare. Yeah, they don't really like cold water. I know the smallmouth, they're okay in cold water. Largemouth become lethargic. Spotted bass like cold water too, though. Come on, fish. I'll give it another 30, 45 minutes, and then if we don't start getting bit, I'm gonna move spots. Even though it's a long hike back to the car. Yeah, I'm parked probably, I don't know, 200 yards that way off the old access road. That's, well, it's just like a dirt road bed right now. But I load all the stuff in the cart, drag down. Oh, it's a snapping turtle. We used to catch them a lot on these lakes around here, but they're kind of rare now. I catch a lot more soft shells than snapping turtles. See if y'all can see this fog. It's kind of hard to see. It's not like a fog, it's like a mist. Crappy weather today. Usually that means good fishing, though. Well, we've been live an hour and had 4 or 5 bites already, I think. There's tons of bait in here. I can see them hitting the top. So there should be fish back in here. Come on, fish. Should have brought the skipjack rods down here. Or the crappie rod. That way I got something to do while I'm waiting. The only bad thing about catfishing. Hurry up and wait. We'll just catch a giant in here. 70-pounder. That's what I'm saying. Come on, 80-pounder. Or a 4-pounder. I either want to catch and cook or I want a giant. I can't complain about today because I had a really good day yesterday. I didn't catch no giants, but I caught some good solid fish. You know how it is. You don't always catch a giant. I figured with the conditions, those fish would be munching today. Drizzling rain. All right, butters, you have a good day. Stay safe out there. It's a crazy world. Come on, fish. We got it pecked. It's peck, 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 peck. That second rod to the left. I bet you the deer are moving this morning. Let's see. Let's see if I got any trail cam pictures today. Nope, maybe not. We're in East Tennessee on the Little Tennessee River. Peck, peck, peck. Same rod. Great boogers today. Yeah. This weather's got my sinuses going crazy. At the first spot I wanted to fish this morning, they had a barge parked on the bank, like one of those dock construction barges. It had a bunch of freaking wood on it, blocking the only spot you can really fish right there. So we came down here, about 3 miles down the road. Try this spot out for a little while. Well, I'll end up moving here shortly and try to go get on some big fish. We've been here an hour and 15 minutes. We've had 5 or 6 bites, 2 good runs. I'm not liking this rain. Probably doesn't look rainy. to y'all, but there's a lot missed. Come on, fish. They're being stubborn today. Eeny, meeny, miny, go. Go. Appreciate it. Release. We're trying, or I'm trying. I'm solo today. Mark had a doctor's appointment. You know, he's getting old. Yeah, he's doing fine. It's just a normal doctor visit. I think it was at 9. He's supposed to call me at 9:30. Try to meet up later, maybe. I don't know. He didn't seem too enthusiastic about fishing today in the rain. Something jumped out there, far left of the stream. We're not supposed to get the snow. It is chilly. It's like 38 now. But it's just like a light drizzle, just enough to be annoying and get you wet. But we've been having some cold nights. Yesterday it was in the 20s when I was throwing the cast net. I was freezing. Thankfully, I only had to throw like 4 or 5 times to get enough bait. I got lucky and caught about 20 shad in one net throw. Yeah, it's snowing in northeast Tennessee. I'm in like kind of southeast Tennessee. I'm about 20 miles south of Knoxville in the valley. It's a little bit warmer in the valley than it is up on the plateau. Heck yeah, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. I actually, hold on, I'll show you. I actually have my rain suit with me. It ain't raining enough for it, though. I actually got fully sponsored by PC Fun. This is part of the three-piece suit I got. But here's a cold weather ice fishing jacket that's waterproof. And here's the bib that's waterproof. Congratulations on the partnership, man. Thank you, thank you. It's cold, New American Woodsman. It is 38 degrees, drizzling rain. We got snow about 30 miles north of me, but it's just warm enough not to snow, but it's still freaking freezing out here, especially with the rain. Speaking of the rain, I gotta wipe my phone off real quick. Hold on. Hopefully it don't mess nothing up. All right. Yeah, we'll stay warm out here. If I get too cold, I got that suit to wear. It's extremely warm. Windproof, waterproof. It's actually an ice fishing suit. The whole thing floats. So, like in the winter, if you fall in, you ain't gonna sink. It is a very nice one. If anybody's listening and you want to check it out, it's called the three-piece ice fishing suit on the PC Fun website. Hello from Romania. Well, hello. Hello from East Tennessee in the United States. If you do order anything off PC Fun, you can use the code ETW18. That's going to save you 18% off of your entire order. I'm not telling you to order anything, but if you like their products, hey, that's almost a 20% discount. Helps y'all save some money. This rain needs to stop. Spam risk, no thank you. You might hear a lot of buzzing on my phone. I get like 30 spam calls a day and I don't know why. All the way from Romania. We had a guy in here earlier from the UK. People all across the world watching fishing. How cool is that? I know, right? I need to. I've already blocked a bunch of them. It just got so tiring. I started answering it every time and just messing with them, you know, because they're all not from here. They'll call from a local number, but they're not from here. But I just get bored at the house and I'll just start answering when they call. Yeah, David, it's a peaceful spot. It's kind of crappy weather today. It's cold and drizzling rain, but we're out here trying to get a video. We got y'all live, and then I mainly do long form content. There's the GoPro. When I'm by myself, I'll go live just to talk with y'all, so I ain't sitting out here bored. But usually I'm with Mark. I've had probably 30 calls that I've answered where it's got to be the same guy about Medicaid, thinking I'm over 65, and I'm like, and he was calling on Sundays, and like I finally told him, like, bro, it is Sunday, quit trying to scam these old people on the Lord's day. They're relentless though, they don't stop. For everybody new joining, I see a bunch of new people coming in here. Here's the spot. We're in a creek, technically. That's just a big deep bay. I would say shallow bay, but it's extremely deep here. And we got a canal. Uh-oh, that one just took off. But we got a little inlet with a bridge right out to the main lake, the main river channel. This creek runs in here. Another creek comes in from over there. And then this main creek right here runs out that way. And then right in there, there's two other creeks that meet this creek. So I'm trying to put the baits where all three creeks merge together. I've got 4 in the 45-foot hole. And then I've got 1 on the ledge. And then 2 more that are in this other main creek right here. That's about 30 foot deep. So we're definitely in a big fish spot. Using gizzard shad for bait. Hello, Walter. How are you? Hopefully you enjoyed the tour I just gave everybody. There's bait popping everywhere. There's stuff busting. We're getting little dinks hitting our baits, but that's because the big ones ain't came and scared them off yet. They smacked it again. Little channels, I guarantee it. They're smacking that first rod right there. That one. If we get a channel, guess what? We're eating him. Catch and cook on the riverbank. I brought all the stuff down here. Oh, here's a PSA, guys. If you're going to fish down here, don't trash it up. There's freaking Red Bull cans, beer cans. There's crap all around here. Empty propane cylinder. A bunch of beer cans. Dang rednecks. I'm a country boy. I pick my trash up. That's just the dumb rednecks. Drunken rednecks. I cannot read what you said, but thank you for the comment. I don't know what it says, but hopefully it says, I hope you catch a giant catfish. That's why I love YouTube. It brings the whole world together. We all might have different beliefs, but guess what? We got one thing in common: fishing. Quit calling. That rain's starting to pick up a little bit. It is not very nice. Do not like the rain. Let's wake them up. Yeah, fish like the rain. Here, let's wake them up. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Come by. I'm playing jingle bells for you. I don't know why that's still in my pocket. I went crappie fishing yesterday morning. Took the bobber off for something. And then I got it in our pocket. So, Mr. Crappie. Come on, 80 pounder. Yeah, fishy, 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 fishy. I have the worst ADHD. You wouldn't think fishing would be my passion. 'Cause I can't sit still, you know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, fish. They hit it and quit it. But anyways, I got bad ADHD. So, you'll hear me talking about crazy stuff and blabbering. Just tell me to shut up. They are not committing today either. They're just hitting it for a second, running for, I don't know, 3 or 4 seconds, and dropping it. Turn the GoPro back off. Save the battery. Save the battery. Come on, fish. All these waves coming. I don't know what they're doing. Neither do they. I don't even know if that was a bite. That current's starting to pick up here. They don't want to play today. They don't want to play nice, at least. One-piece rods. They're the PC Fun Lumicat E's. It's a glass rod, like your Mad Cats or Hellcats. It's pretty much the same blank as those, just a little cheaper when you use the discount code ETW18. Saves you 18% off. Such a nasty day. You'd think the big ones would be feeding. What's up, Logan? I'm out here giving it a whirl today. Fish are not cooperating. They're short striking it. Not wanting to fully commit. There's some geese. There's the geese. Heck yeah. I went yesterday morning through the net, caught probably 20 to 30 shad. I took them down a deeper creek, and I think we caught 4 or 5. Nothing tiny. I was going to do a catch and cook, but the smallest one was probably 7 or 8 pounds. The biggest might have been pushing 18. That video comes out today at 6 p.m. I went ahead and edited it last night so I could free up some space on the memory card for today. But they are not cooperating. That one just got a bite right there, but like all the other ones, hit it and quit it. Try the main river creek mouths. That's where I've been doing decent at. I don't think they fully push shallow yet, like into where I usually fish at, where I've seen you a couple times. I don't think they've fully pushed in there. You might catch a couple stragglers, but once they get used to this water being down, they should pull back in there. But you can fish the mouth of that creek. You just got to park at the cemetery. You gotta park at the cemetery and walk through the woods. You'll have to deal with a bunch of boat traffic though. Let's go fish. Whoa. I might make a move here in 15 minutes. That'll be 2 hours at this spot. I'm fishing, some of y'all have seen this before, but that's a main creek coming in right here. That's probably 20 foot of water. And there's a secondary creek coming in right there. And those creeks meet right there. And they come around to 2 more creeks that feed in right in there. That one got smacked. That one's still getting smacked. Now he quit getting smacked. Such a weird bite. I don't think it's catfish. I think it's either turtles or gar. Because they are not committing. All right, everybody. Appreciate everybody stopping by for the likes and comments and everything. I'm going to get packed up from here and move spots, charge my phone up a little bit, and I'll go back live then. I'm going to try to get hold of Mark, see if he wants to fish today. But anyways, appreciate everybody coming in here. And hopefully you enjoy the long form video of today's adventure. We'll post it on Tuesday. Got a video dropping tonight at 6 p.m. Decent trip. And then today's trip will be uploaded on Tuesday at 6 p.m. All right, we'll see y'all later.